Welcome to Blabbering, a week-by-week glimpse into a couple stumbling through life with a newborn.
I'm Tilly.
And I'm Dan.
Each week over dinner,
You'll learn Tilly is quite the feeder.
We'll discuss the realities of raising our baby, talking through the highs, lows and honest confessions of this thing called parenting.
Parenting won't be easy, but let's at least laugh about it. This is Blabbering. Okay, episode 36.
Yeah?
Yes, episode 36. And Tilly's stoked to be here.
Yeah, super stoked.
So, what's been going on?
Oh, I went to my sister's family work day.
Yeah, I went to my friend's birthday party on the Saturday.
Um,
And they're all childless, so they organised to fucking start a carry at bloody 7:30. I was like,
I mean, that's quite normal for a dinner. Like, I wouldn't be that annoyed for a dinner starting at 7:30.
no, see, it doesn't actually start at 7:30. Everyone was told to get there. It was a surprise, so everyone was told to get there at 7. They were due to get there at 7:30. They didn't get there till 7:45. So no one ordered any food till 8:30.
Oh, okay,
Everyone was
yeah.
fucking starving. And I get it, it's lovely, it's a surprise. But, like, bring everything forward half an hour, 45 minutes, because you're going to fuck about with the surprise element.
Also, if you can do that sort of thing, what you do is let the restaurant know so they can bring out, like, you know, a load of poppadoms or something.
Yes.
Or a few platters of, like, nibbly bits.
Shit so that people
Yeah.
Because basically, as soon as, like, bills were paid, people were just firing out. I mean, I was literally straight out the door. I tapped my card and walked. Just tapped my card, said goodbye and walked. Because that was like at 10:30, and I obviously had to drive like an hour to get home. So
Me and Zoe said the girls know it.
yeah, and you watched half of Justice League.
She went down really early actually that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6. That day she was really stimulated because we'd been out with like all her cousins and stuff.
Yeah. So I'll try and take her swimming tomorrow.
Yeah, if she has a stimulated day, she is much better at sleeping.
Yeah. I need to do both stimulate her then during the day. Because today it's been all grey and intermittent rain. It's not even proper fucking rain.
I think she's do more toy time.
It's like that hazy rain stuff. Yeah, the other problem is I've had like shit to do as well.
Yeah,
in terms of like trying to clean up this room, trying to do loft stuff.
Yeah, you can't always stimulate her loads. It's not realistic.
Yeah, multiple 15-minute sprints does an awful lot.
Yeah, it does if you can, then yeah, it's brilliant, yeah.
So I definitely can, I can find 15 minutes twice a day.
I mean, she's going to be a lot more stimulated when she starts nursery. I think she's going to be knackered when she starts scrunching up nursery.
It's a new thing that we haven't discussed. That feeding now, she doesn't feed like a normal baby anymore.
Well, she does, most of the time.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the majority of the time. But you can't always just hold her.
No, like now she likes to sort of be in control, so she'll sort of like sit next to me in a nook and sort of hold the boob and suckle at the side.
But sometimes she likes to face you as well. So sometimes it'll be...
No, so she'll sit on my lap facing me and just sort of flop into my tit.
Or sit on a chair facing you, sit on like the sofa facing you and pull your baby over.
Yeah, so I'm going to rub saggy tits off. Really yanking at the moment.
Just whichever way she wants them.
Yeah, and earlier it was really funny because she was next to me. Because eventually I had to lay down. We had to lay down next to each other. That's how we got to sleep. So I sort of had her and I sort of semi-spooning her into me on this boob, sort of holding it like she does. Like, and then she'd stop and then she'd sort of grab the other boob and sort of squeeze the other boob a little bit.
Double check out what the milk's like.
Come back to that room. Please. So yeah, it's been double fondled with our daughter.
Fun.
Yeah. Eventually she fell asleep. That's how I had to get sleep. But obviously, like, I can't transfer her very easily from that.
No.
So I sort of move her up. Oh, classic. Then I sort of like resettle her. Get another little feed. Yeah, she's definitely like, she's obviously tired because she's like rubbing her face loads. So she is tired. She's just sort of in that mood where she doesn't want to let herself sleep.
See, I think it's different with me and you because she knows she can get baby from you. Whereas from me, she'll fight me a bit for like 5 minutes and then she'll just give up and sleep. So I'll like hold her up here. And she does that thing where she'll like push off, she'll like wiggle and wriggle. And she keeps like going like this because she's tired and then like slamming her head into me. And as long as she doesn't slam her head into me too hard, which then can make her cry a lot, she tends to be, eventually she just realises succumbs to the tiredness and falls asleep on me in that kind of newborn pose.
Yeah.
With her head kind of on my chest and all kind of like buckled up. And I think that, yeah, that for me, I think I'm fortunate in that probably happens sooner than for you, because there's not all the feeding, etc.
Yeah. I can't get away with that because she's just like, I know this. I know there's a boobie there. I know it's there.
Is it worth maybe then you feeding her downstairs and then me taking her up to bed?
I don't mind doing that.
Because that way she still gets the milk. The issue will be there won't be any dream feeding.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We can always try that then Friday night.
Yeah.
I think she'll fall asleep with me. She'll settle and fall asleep with me quicker because she won't have any boobie to have.
Yeah.
We'll give that a go. I hope so.
We've started hot yoga.
We have started hot yoga. Both done a session. You did one last night and I did one tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going tomorrow morning at 7 in the morning. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the space limitations of being in the big tent thing. I think I'm going to try and arrive earlier. I'm going to bring your oversized mat.
No, my mat's not a yoga mat. So it doesn't work. It's too slippy slidey. It's a Pilates mat. They're different.
Small.
You can buy a yoga mat. You can buy an extra long yoga mat.
Yeah, I might do.
Because
the mat's so small, and then also it means that like you put the mats in the spaces where they're meant to go.
Yeah, yeah.
They've all aligned the spaces. But the problem is, it seems like everybody who does hot pod yoga is all like below 180 centimeters. So everyone else was well within their confines, but then the person I kept spinning around to find that my face was up someone's arse, and then whenever it was be like reach back through your legs, I had my face up someone's arse and my hands like touching the person's mat behind me. I was like, how the fuck am I in both people's territory?
I was just saying, but that doesn't matter. Like, the lady in front of me is really tall, and I'm tall, and one person beside me is quite tall. And you just say, oh, sorry, and you just put your hand in their place. Like, it's not a big a deal. No, I know. But I'm just saying, I don't think it matters that much.
So if I can get there and slightly steal space,
I think so. Big worry about other people will still go within their lines. They're just going to be even closer to you.
I don't see the lines. So I'll put the mat over both people's lines. Like there's people who park over 2 bays.
Okay.
So I'll do the extra large mat. Also, I need to be in the centre, otherwise I scrape the ceiling.
I did tell you that. I didn't do it for that reason.
I was in the centre. I was pretty central. I was as central as they'd let me go. But somebody had already taken the two ones
by the column.
The column, yeah. So next time, get a big mat, get it next to the column so there's like loads of room. And then when I'm doing all these warrior poses, I won't be scratching the ceiling the whole time. Because it's like a big blow-up dome. And so, unless you're like right in the middle, you end up...
Yeah, the guy right at the edge, I kept hearing it. That noise is sort of like scraping the sort of tent noise, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
My instructor was very short, to be fair, but she did remind me lots of your mum.
Was it the dog walking lady?
The dog walking?
the lady, the Alsatian. The chow.
No.
So there's a lady at a park who throws the ball for her Alsatian. She's very sly with it because she actually walks inside like one of those combined basketball, football court things that you often get in parks.
Yeah.
And has the dog on the outside and just throws the ball up and down the court. So the dog can never get the ball. It just runs up and down and she walks up, gets the ball, throws it down the other end, walks along, picks it up. And so this dog just runs end to end.
I do
constantly trying to get the ball.
One day she's going to fall over and the dog's going to eat her.
I mean, yeah.
It's just going to be like, my time has come, bitch.
I'm going to get you now.
I say bitch is actually really nice. She always waves to me. It's just a legislator. This doesn't seem very fair on the pop-pop, does it?
No. I feel like you should, that poor... I'm surprised that the dog hasn't given up on it.
It's just a really stupid dog.
I mean, Alsatians or German Shepherds don't tend to be, but yeah, maybe.
Maybe she got a dad one.
Yeah. What else has gone on?
I have made keto so I can bake some fresh cookies. Hi, my lovelies. Thank you for listening. Can you please like, review, and subscribe to our podcast?
Do you have any highs, lows, and funny?
I think she's generally pretty chatty, isn't she, this week? And she's started making noises that are definitely more like she's trying to like saying words. You know what I mean, like they're not words remotely, they're not something close to words,
Yeah.
but she's definitely vocalizing more in something that feels like it's moving towards a word.
Well, yeah, so we got through our little survey thing for a 9-month health check.
Yeah.
And supposedly some babies by this point can say 3 words. But that's fine. That's fine. She can talk when she's ready.
Yeah, unless you can't.
Supposedly Einstein didn't speak till he was 8 years old.
Unless you count O as a word. O a lot. Oh.
Maybe she's just in constant surprise. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This made me think the first word's going to be no. Reminds me, no. Dough. Is that cookie dough? She might be like, Mum. She might be like,
Could be Flo.
could be Flo. Could be Auntie Flo. Yeah.
Or if she's anything like Maisie. Flo!
Well, to be fair, Maisie did start off with just calling Flo O. Did go O, Fo, then Flo.
Yeah, and it always started off as a shout. Everyone else got called a name. Flo just got called Flo!
Yeah, it really screamed. She'd be like, Titi, Dan, Flo!
I enjoyed that.
Me too. I haven't treated her said what her first words are going to be. Oh yeah, other than that, no, I think generally, I know she's been a bit up and down. She's been teething, but when she's been happy, she's been very nice.
That's what I should have told you to do, is give her some Calpol this evening to help put her down. She's been teething today.
Yeah, I don't want us to constantly give her Calpol.
Hardly constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, we went for a period where we were giving it to her, like, every night for, like, 4 or 5 nights when it was really bad. And she's hardly had any for the past, like, month and a half.
Yeah.
She had 1 dose yesterday with me. And other than that, she hasn't had any for, like, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, well,
Maybe even a whole month.
Maybe we'll get some more, right?
But she was constantly chewing at shit all day.
Those teeths need to come through, don't they?
I know, it's mad. We've been complaining about teething for like months.
Yeah, I'm bored of hearing about it.
Yeah, it just makes me want to kind of like squeeze her gums like a sort of pimple.
I was thinking, can you like pop them, like sort of like, you know, like.
Yeah, like pierce through the edge of the.
Yeah, like you do with like tomato paste, or you know, you got either a little spiky that you put in one side. Just to.
True gums with a toothpick.
I wasn't thinking of that hard. I was just thinking if you pushed it, would it kind of do the same thing?
Oh, I see what you mean. So
her tooth is the puncture.
Okay, I thought her tooth was the packet.
Oh no, I was just gonna jab something into her gums.
Yeah. No. And relieve the pressure. There we go. Out
they
go.
All these little torn boats everywhere. Was that you? Must have just shredded stuff when you
No. It's her. I just give them to her. There have been a few of your little foodie tray things that fell out of the.
Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah, I don't mind. I just figured it's the kind of thing that you do. You like to shred stuff, so geez.
I do like to shred stuff, but so does our distracted daughter.
Okay.
So it's quite an easy one when she starts getting agitated and you need like 5 more minutes. The fact that she can like rip it and then she's got 2 pieces to work it onto, then she rips it again. Now she's got like 3 pieces. And so you get a good 5-10 minutes to try and finalise whatever you're doing.
Any highs, lows, funnies?
We were laughing about something yesterday. We had a really nice moment, all laughing in the gun. Oh, I know what it was. We were trying to do that thing. It wasn't yesterday. Spitting through our teeth. That's quite funny. Trying to do, well, not spitting, but like water.
Shooting water.
Yeah, trying to do like fountains.
Yeah, we're all shit, weren't we?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot harder than you think.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really easy. It just seems like it would be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought you can imagine doing it and it being like, well, that's just really simple.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't come out that way. You're just spaffing it down your face.
Well, you can get an initial propulsion, but it's a bit like if you're a bloke weeing, really. You hold your penis for a reason. You can't finish.
You can't get a clean finish, can you?
No, because it just the pressure sort of slowly dribbles,
and it goes,
and then you just end up covering your face and your body. Hence why you hold your willy when you're weeing, so that you can adjust the angle as necessary as the pressure drops, instead of just letting it free fall. No, and then so I think that was my funny,
mm-hmm.
And then my low was getting properly nutted by my 9-month-old daughter.
Yeah, that's fucking right now. I thought you were going to get a proper bruise.
I think it probably would have done had I not put ice on it.
It did come up straight away.
She did that thing that I was talking about where she tosses her head. So I was holding her, she was getting really sleepy, and she does this thing where she doesn't want to go down, so she pushes herself up against you, but then she kind of loses the strength in her neck
And
and just collapses it. And obviously, like, her head is so much heavier than like most of her body, so it really like whips. And she just nailed the point where the cartilage joins the bone, the perfect bit, and absolutely cracked it. And then just burst into tears because she was like, "Oh, you've hurt my head." And I was like, "Fuck no, you've absolutely blitzed my nose. You're getting absolutely no." Nothing from me, so and so I just passed it to you, and I was just there wincing, like,
Yeah.
and you were looking at me like, "What?" And I was like, "She's proper fucking."
And then I could
nutted
see,
me.
you could see like it got a lump and went like that sort of reddy purpley colour like, instantly. And I was like, oh, he's put some ice on it.
She'd absolutely nailed the spot.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what should be your low? When you screamed in her face and she cried at the football.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's it up there as well. Yeah, that's up there. I actually had a similar moment to that this morning.
Stop screaming
No,
at our
one
daughter.
second. I didn't fully, but you know the Down with the Sickness song, where it like builds up and then it goes, "Wah!"
Oh yeah.
So I was just we were doing some tidying up this morning before the cleaners came, and then I was just sort of bobbing along to that, and then the wahaha bit comes on, and so she was just kind of watching me. She was a bit in a kind of like tired, not quite sure what was going on mode, and then I just went, "Oh, wahaha!" And she just went, "Ah!" So I quickly grabbed it. She wasn't as worked up as, because with the football, obviously, like the game the game we're talking about, because this will be a few weeks late going out, was England-Slovenia, the first knockout stage. And so anybody who watched that game knows that it was 1-0 up until about the 90th frickin' minute. And so it looked like we were going to go out. And then Mr. Southgate finally used one of his 3 remaining substitutions, put on Tony. And there was a cross into the box. And then Tony headed it more into the box as well, so everybody sort of ran towards him thinking that he was going to try and score, but actually crossed it from a header, and Jude Bellingham scored a fucking belter of a bicycle kick. So I'm there,
It was very impressive.
mid spoon to her face, and then that happens, and I just go, "Wah!" And obviously this hand was like right next to her face. So, and the screen's up above her. So I'm and her face is like here. And I'm like,
yeah.
So she then just properly burst into tears.
Yeah, she was really worked.
Yeah.
She wasn't happy with you for a bit.
No. It took her a while to calm down. And then I was a bit panicked because I was also worried that the goal would be disallowed for some odd reason, because all goals are getting disallowed with all these high-tech solutions that they have now.
Yeah.
So I still was a bit distracted. Instead of soothing our daughter, I was kind of a bit like...
Yeah, you weren't great.
It's like, wait. And then once it was confirmed, I was like, let's go see how she... So she'll recover. She recovered from the whole beard and haircut shenanigans, where she didn't realise who I was.
Yeah, she was definitely not happy.
No.
She's that sort of just like full
comical
face.
Level of like, it's that cartoon level of baby upset where you couldn't make it up. Like, you couldn't do it as an adult. I often think that when I see her do that, I'm like, imagine if I did that as an adult. Just did the full upside down cry. Like,
well, she also does this sort of thing where she almost moves backwards. She kind of goes like that, doesn't she? Sort of moves her head backwards. Yeah, real bottom lip out, and sort of like almost like the face sort of drawn down, like.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. Only babies can do it, but like trying it as an adult, I just think I'd laugh at somebody who cried the full upside down smile, like really.
And you just have to hold her as she sort of nuzzles in until she calms herself down.
Yeah. Yes, I felt a bit guilty for that. And then there was like another fucking 30 minutes of football, so I sent you guys off to bed while I watched the rest.
Sent us off to bed. I took her off to bed because you'd upset her.
Yeah, she didn't want to see me anymore. Yeah, there you go. So that's what I mean. You get the adrenaline going, get the emotions all worked up, then she goes down. Well, you got to have the fight over putting her down when you kind of go and put you down, and she goes, I don't want to be down. You pick her up, you go through, and then you put it down. Eventually, she just burns out all her energy fighting you. We'll see how that works.
Not the best association to get the bedtime, but yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to like battle her for like an hour on it. It's usually just a case of like it works once. She tries to get down, she doesn't get down. You pick her up, and then she that whole process tires her out, and then she does get down. I say this, and then I'll try it on Friday, and then next week I'll be like, nope, I was wrong. What I have enjoyed as a high is the days where it was really nice and sunny, was sitting out there with her doing stuff like my bike and stuff like that.
Loves outside.
Yeah, and then it's been a bit shitty over the last couple of days, so we haven't really done that because a lot of it now is spray painting, and it keeps being sort of really light, misty rain, and so it kind of fucked up. You should spray paint coats, but hopefully it'll be better tomorrow, and I'll do some spray paint. Night was meant to be sexy time. Cockblock striked again. That's what her middle name should have been. Cockblock. Zola CB Drummond.
Yeah, I mean, how people make siblings, I'm impressed.
Oh, if you could only keep one book you currently own, what would it be?
I mean, my immediate thought is to go to a cookbook, but
Yeah, no, that's why you were
probably not.
including your cookbooks.
I know, but it's probably not the best choice, is it? If you have one book, I know we're so shit at reading. It'd be easier if I was like, oh, just like, Torah.
Go back to Jewish roots. Read your Torah over and over again.
I can't think of any books right now I've ever read. I mean, yeah, let's be honest. Let's go with Nigella Christmas.
Nigella Christmas. Oh, okay. I'd probably go for something. If I've only got one book, I'm assuming that I'm going to read it lots. So I'd go for probably go for my meditation enlightenment book.
I was thinking something self-helpy like that.
Absolute tomb of a book that I've got, which is that is like
not a DIY book.
Fuck that. That would send me into mental breakdown. But yeah, I've got I believe it's by somebody called NASA. It's an absolutely huge book on meditation. And not enlightenment, was equanimity, on how to achieve equanimity through meditation. I figure if I only got one book, I might actually read it. And so I might actually achieve some equanimity instead of being annoyed with kids at Henley who play on the only basketball.
I was like thinking about something like 7 Habits or something, like one of these books that we read together.
I think I'd probably, if I was going to go for self-helpy, I probably wouldn't go as like career-orientated as something like 7 Habits. I'd probably go for something like Power of Now. Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's all like broken down into really like direct.
Road Less Travelled.
Yeah, that sort of thing is probably more. So here's another one for us. How do you think we could have more fun in our life? Yeah.
I'd like to say, well, I think more sex for one would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be more fun.
Yeah.
More sex time.
Yeah.
I think more fun together in our life would be like making more time for us to just be us too. Now, of course, we had fun with Zola.
Yeah, I very much agree. Yeah, more time just me.
But more actual couple time.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice.
I think mine would be like trying to do more things out and about together. Like I'm hoping once I get my bike fixed, I'll see about working out you having a bike. And that'll be nice to go for like rides around places, that sort of thing. Like our kayaking that didn't work, but we'll...
Yeah, I'll try it again then.
I think I'm going to be a bit less bothered by this whole pollution aspect. Test the water with one of those like 15-minute kits and just go. I'm not planning on her going in the water.
Yeah.
And if she does, we'll just make sure that we have like, I don't know, charcoal-y stuff to give her.
I also just think we could also try on lakes and stuff. We're just trying to get her used to it.
Yeah, we can, but like I said, it's really hard paddling on lakes because the water's not moving. And so it's just a lot of fucking effort to go very little distance. Yeah, I'm not saying we all do it all the time. It could be another option just for while we're getting her used to it. And also the annoying thing with lakes is like, unless you do the whole lake all the way around, you end up coming back the same way. It's a bit less fun. Whereas a river, you just kind of go one way and then you get out. And
I think generally rivers are just not as good. Sorry, lakes are just not as good. I agree with you. I'm just saying as just a way of getting her used to it. It's another option.
Okay. I'll accept.
It's like use our shitty tent for a night. If we don't want to rent the tent box, you know?
Cause some rifts. Name one of your partner's least favourite people.
Thank you for not responding to my talking anyway.
Sorry. The tent. No, I agree. It is a very crap tent. I think that one night, especially if we've got the dog, and like, I think that's very much a tent that's made for 2 average-sized people. Not 2 very tall people and a baby that likes starfish in the middle of the bed.
Yeah, I agree with you. Would not be ideal.
It'll be a very uncomfortable one night a week.
We could look to get another tent because we just bought that as a beach tent for the dogs, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
And Decathlon have a pretty fucking cool tent right now that I really like.
how much is it? Is it dear?
It's not the one that it's not the really big one. It's the really quick popping one.
Yeah, no. I assumed it was that one. Yeah, that's not very big either, though. I think that's solve a problem of
No,
size.
but it would
You
be.
just like the way Gucci-ness of it.
And if I do ever get round to doing, which we've not done, and it's my fault because you did remind me a few times beforehand. Maybe we'll still have time, but we were going to do our thing of like each trying to have a weekend alone, and I wanted to do some like tent packing. I don't know what you call it, like backpacking with a tent with that, and that's a very good tent for it because it expands quickly, large for a sort of 2 to 3 person
That's your
tent.
excuse.
I mean, I'll get it when I'm actually going to do this, or I'll just hire it, to be honest. But yeah, I'll look into getting. We can always buy one of those inflatable ones, or all of the hire might be less than.
Probably get a second-hand
20
one
hours.
off like eBay or something.
Just hire it. I really enjoy Decathlon hire because you don't have to worry about.
Oh yeah, I'm
like,
happy to hire.
You don't have to worry about
Cleaning it.
cleaning
Drying
it, keeping it. Like that's the thing. Once you own these things, it's like, oh fuck, I've got to maintain it.
Oh, I'm with you.
Whereas, if you don't use it for a long time, someone spills some water in it, you think to yourself, oh, it's just water, it doesn't matter. You pack it away forgetting it's there. You leave it for 6 months. You open it back out, it's like, oh, I've got foosty mold in the corner of my fucking tent. This is great. No, I don't, because I hire one and it always ends up being fucking brand new because no one else uses the Decathlon hire service. So every time they literally break me a new one out the box, I'm like, sweet, I'm off. Got a brand spanking new tent.
Oh, now I've said on here, we've a whole 10 listeners.
A whole 10 listeners that we're using Decathlon hire all the time.
Yeah.
Decathlon fucking sponsor me already. I'm constantly talking about how good Decathlon
I think
hire is.
Decathlon and Lidl, we should get sponsorship.
Yeah.
Though.
Aldi will succumb if you
happily
contact
Aldi.
us.
It's just Aldi's just not as close to us.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think we should start doing more little one-nighters.
That's also quite good because the 2-nighters mean that when you come back on the Sunday, you are absolutely fucking pooped.
Yeah, whereas if you go on
We got to get quick out the door on the Friday
you've got
though.
to pack like Thursday.
But also, my problem is my work will finish at like 5:30.
Yeah.
And so
it means I would go get stuff from Decathlon, like it's 10 like that.
well, you'd have to make sure that you finish like in very good time, and all the car, like say, everything's packed on the Thursday and everything like that.
Like
And
that's
Zoe's
okay.
completely ready. So when at 5:30 when I finish, literally shut down my computer and walk out the door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah. Okay. You ready for another one?
I'm just enjoying your over-explaining at each stage.
All right. Yeah, we all know that's what I do. I over-explain things. Great. Make sure everything's crystal clear for everyone. So, are you ready for another card? How about that? Is that enough for you? A little silent laugh to yourself? This is a fucking audio medium. It'd be good at least if you actually made some vocal noises when you laughed. There we go. There's a few.
Oh, you little pissy cow.
Hi guys, thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying it, please let us know by leaving a review or sending us some feedback. The email is blabberingpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your stories, any feedback. Also, you can find us on Instagram. The handle is blabberingpod. And yeah, if you've got 5 seconds, please leave a rating and give us a follow. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Does your partner have a preference about which instrument or type of music they'd like your child to play? It'd be great if they used my saxophone that I bought years ago.
I think.
I meant to answer it for you.
Go on then.
I don't think you have a specific instrument that you'd like them to play because in general we want her to do what she wants. But I think it'd be good for her to learn an instrument. I think that it's quite important both in terms of just discipline, also in terms of artistry and self-expression. I think that it's something that we both regret, not learning an instrument.
I did learn it, sure.
I mean, not getting good at an instrument.
I don't regret it. I tried it. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, but I wish I had done it and, actually stuck to it. Like, I would have liked to learn something as simple as the keyboard, not the guitar. Guitars are overrated.
Yeah, I think it would be nice with like a piano because that could be quite a sociable thing sometimes. It's quite nice. I mean, saxophone's not, and that's what I played. So you can't just like whack out a saxophone somewhere.
You can. People do that. People do that on like the New York subway. You should go do it on the London Tube with your 6 saxophone skills. Same with my 6 saxophone skills, my 6 saxophone that's upstairs.
I mean,
Yeah, but the instructor lied to you and said that there wasn't such thing as grades, so you have no idea how good you got. You might have literally just done grade 1 for 4 years
all right
straight.
then, yeah. I didn't know. I did eventually get a different teacher when I went to secondary school. And they're like, why have you never done a grading? And I was like, I was told they didn't exist. He was a very odd teacher. He's the cheapest one I think my parents could find. Which is fair enough. I think he was called David. Is it David? He used to record every session, which I think is a bit creepy now looking back at it.
Yep.
He also used to wet my reed for me with his own mouth.
Yep.
Which is disgusting.
Yep.
He'd get back to me and I'd be like, I don't want to put it in my mouth.
There's a reason why some people are cheap.
Yeah, well, I
know, I'm not
was
blaming
the
you.
wrong choice.
Not blaming you.
His house stank of piss. I was like, you see those like hoarder programs.
Yeah.
That's what his house looked like. There was just shit everywhere. Like I had sort of like squeeze through the corridor. He lived with this random battered lady with like bright red hair, like proper old school posh, and she'd drive around this little like mobility scooters. Those sort of like posh ladies who didn't understand what they're saying. And you go into the bathroom, and again it was a shit, and it was so filthy. And there'd be like all these like, open packets of hair dye everywhere, it's like spilling out, and like, it was so weird. And they would say things like "tooty tooty" on the blowy blowy.
Sounds like a pedo. It sounds like a massive pedo, love. I wanted to avoid using the word, but it's just
yeah.
I can't.
I mean, that's probably a reason why I didn't enjoy saxophone. Also, you'd only ever let me play classical. Is that anything you play? When you're like an 8-year-old, you weren't playing like, you want to learn The Simpsons on a saxophone or something, don't you? Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of thing you want to learn.
It's weird that he was like, you can only play classical, but didn't agree with gradings. Because the grading system, I'm pretty sure, is quite classically led.
Yeah, I think he was a jazz saxophonist.
Whereas my saxophone, I did it a bit while I was like 25, 26, bought one.
Not even that old. When we first moved to London, so you were doing like 23.
I did it for a few weeks. It was roughly around the time of the London Bridge terror attacks that I was studying my saxophone. And so I used to go to work with my saxophone case and then go from work to my saxophone tutor's house. So yeah, it was around the time of the London Bridge terror attacks. And so I remember stepping into a lift one time with my saxophone case and a woman looking very scared. And she was like, "What have you got in there?" I was like, "A saxophone?" I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes." "Did security check you on the way in?" I was like, "No, it's an instrument. They're not." "Oh, they should have checked you." I was like, "All right." Everywhere. She was obviously a bit panicked about the whole thing. Even though I'm pretty sure the London Bridge terror attack was like a machete, wasn't it? So, it's not something that you carry a fucking case around for. Anyhow, then my tutor moved to Reading. We now live in Reading, and I haven't looked him up, but that's why I actually stopped my lessons. Otherwise, I'd be grade 8 by now. I'd be world class. I would.
I think we share the same opinions on music, other than I have some rules on which instruments they can play. But it's mainly that I just don't want them to play the violin because it's fucking horrific to listen to for so long. Like, it takes you so long to get to the point where it's bearable to listen to.
I think one of my rules is around cost in general. Like, you wanted to play the harpsichord as a child and not having my child play a harp.
Pretentious child. I told my mum really wanted me to play an instrument. I went, fine, saxophone or harp. Two really obscure instruments for an 8-year-old to want to play.
Will's brother Cameron plays either the double bass, I think it's the double bass, not the cello, I can't remember. One of the
I think it's called for the cello. But she used to carry that around.
Yeah, I know, they're fucking spinny as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of decent second-hand instruments.
You can, yeah.
That's what mine was. So yeah, not the violin.
I would like it if she'd like something like the piano, which seems boring, but you can be really inspired on it. Problem is, as a kid, you're not like, oh, I'm going to do this thing everyone else does in a really new, novel way. You just think, I'm going to try and do the thing that no one else does. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a lot more expensive. So that's us then.
But your mum plays the guitar, it's more like she's going to learn that, isn't it?
My mum plays the guitar.
Does she want to play the piano? I feel like it's something she would do, but I don't know.
No. There'll be like rogue instruments around Reading. There's a women's only drumming class at the YMCA.
There you go.
Have I told you about the YMCA? I don't know if I've told you about this. This definitely isn't podcast material. I don't think they're going to find that interesting. So we'll discuss this in bed. And on that note, Good night, people.
Bye.
Thank you very much for listening. Bye.